Kia ora. That means hello in Maori, and you're about to explore a country so magical you'll wonder why you haven't booked a flight already. What if I told you there's a place where volcanoes bubble, sheep outnumber people 6 to 1, and hobbits once walked the hills? A place where the first woman ever cast a legal vote, and where bungee jumping was actually invented. This isn't fiction. This is New Zealand, a land of jaw-dropping scenery, ancient culture, quirky slang, and global influence far beyond its size. In the next few minutes, we'll hike through rainforests, meet Maori warriors, sip world-class wine, and hang out with some of Hollywood's biggest behind-the-scenes legends. So, grab your togs, that's Kiwi for swimsuit, and let's take a deep dive into one of the most incredible places on Earth. This is Aotearoa, the land of the long white cloud. New Zealand is split into two main islands, the North and South, plus over 700 smaller ones, all floating in the Pacific like emerald jewels. The North Island is where you'll find geothermal wonders, ancient Maori sites, and Auckland, the bustling city of sails. It's also where Wellington, the capital city, sits nestled between hills and harbor, a city famous for coffee, creativity, and crazy wind. Cross the Cook Strait and you're in the South Island, home to the snow-capped Southern Alps, misty fjords, and rolling farmlands dotted with, yep, sheep. Over 26 million of them. This isn't just scenery, it's a living planet in action. From volcanoes in Rotorua to glaciers in Franz Josef, every landscape tells a geological story. And then there's the wildlife. Flightless kiwis, cheapy kias, glowworms lighting up caves like fairy lights. Here, nature doesn't whisper. It roars, steams, sparkles, and sings. The Māori people are the soul of New Zealand. Arriving over 1,000 years ago in great ocean canoes, they brought with them whakapapa, deep ancestral ties to land and sea. Today, their traditions shape Aotearoa's identity. The haka, that fierce ceremonial dance, echoes before rugby games and sacred gatherings alike. The language, te reo Māori, is spoken across the country and taught in schools. Say whānau for family, kai for food, and mana for spiritual strength. Walk onto a marae, a tribal meeting ground, and you'll hear a pōwhiri, a welcoming ceremony where ancestors are honored and breath is shared in hungi, the traditional nose-to-nose greeting. Even place names reflect Māori presence. Aoraki, Mount Cook, Whanganui, Rotorua, each name a piece of living history. The Treaty of Waitangi, signed in 1840, laid the foundation for Māori and European relations, and though it brought both progress and pain, it remains the cornerstone of New Zealand's bicultural framework. This isn't a history left behind. It's alive, honored, and growing stronger with every generation. By the late 18th century, European explorers like Captain James Cook mapped the coasts. Soon after, whalers, traders, and missionaries arrived. The Treaty of Waitangi, signed in 1840, made New Zealand a British colony and promised Maori the rights of British subjects, though its interpretations sparked long-standing conflict. As towns like Christchurch and Dunedin took shape, settlers carved out farms and cities across the islands. In the 1860s, gold rushes drew miners from as far as China and the US, forever changing the cultural fabric. And here's a shining moment. In 1893, New Zealand became the first country in the world to grant women the right to vote. Over 25 years before the US and UK followed suit. That bold move helped define New Zealand's progressive streak, one that still runs strong today.
In modern politics, New Zealand leads by example. It's often ranked among the world's most democratic, peaceful, and transparent countries. Universal health care, a strong education system, and a fiercely independent foreign policy are all part of the package. In 1985, New Zealand banned nuclear-powered ships, sparking a diplomatic clash with the U.S., and declared itself nuclear-free. It was a gutsy move that inspired other countries and helped define its peace-forward identity. Former Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern became a global symbol of compassionate leadership, navigating crises with empathy, grace, and a killer sense of humor. On the global stage, this island nation punches way above its weight. Whether in climate advocacy, human rights, or global diplomacy, New Zealand's small size hides a big voice.
New Zealand's about 5 million people strong, but what they lack in numbers, they make up for in heart. Kiwis are laid back, humble, and generous, with a quirky sense of humor that pokes fun without ever being cruel. You'll hear accents that blend British roots with something entirely unique. People say "no worries" a lot, and mean it. New Zealand is diverse. Around 70% identify as European, 17% as Māori, and growing Pacific Islander and Asian communities make up the rest. Schools promote bilingual learning, and the country celebrates many cultures year-round. Here, community is a real thing. Farmers lend tractors during floods. Strangers wave to each other on hiking trails. And in any small town, you'll find a rugby pitch, a fish and chip shop, and a lot of friendly banter. Food in New Zealand is fresh, local, and unpretentious. Think roast lamb, fish and chips, and green-lipped mussels straight from the sea. Māori cuisine is centered on the Hangi, a traditional earth oven that slow cooks meat and root vegetables underground. Dessert? You've got to try the Pavlova, a meringue topped with cream and fruit, usually claimed by both Aussies and Kiwis, but let's be honest, the Kiwis win this one. Coffee culture thrives here too. The flat white was born in Wellington cafes long before it landed in New York or London. And the wine? Marlborough Sauvignon Blanc is internationally celebrated for a reason. Bold, zesty, and sunshine in a glass. One word of advice: if someone offers you a Marmite sandwich, say yes, but prepare your taste buds. It's an acquired taste.
Ready for some wild Kiwi trivia? New Zealand has no snakes. Zero. Nada. It was the last major landmass to be settled by humans. The flightless Kiwi is so iconic, the people are named after it. Sheep outnumber humans 6-1. And yes, this is the birthplace of bungee jumping. You're welcome, thrill seekers. What more? There's a town called Taumata Wakatanga Hanga Koawawu Tamatea Pokaiwenu Hakitana Tahu, the longest place name in the world. The weather? 4 seasons in a day. Bring layers. And here, flip-flops are called Jandals, swimsuits are togs, and saying yena actually means no. Unless it doesn't. You'll figure it out. New Zealand is a biodiversity hotspot, and Kiwis fiercely protect it. From predator-free sanctuaries to native species reintroductions, the country leads global conservation. Over 80% of electricity comes from renewable sources, geothermal, hydro, and wind. In a stunning legal precedent, the Wanganui River was granted personhood in 2017, reflecting a Maori belief that rivers are ancestors. The law ensures its rights are protected. By 2050, New Zealand aims to be predator-free, removing invasive species like stoats and possums to save endangered birds. Ecotourism is growing, and even cities are going green with solar power, bike lanes, and sustainable building. New Zealand shows us that it's possible to live with nature, not just near it.
New Zealand's economy may be small, but it's dynamic. Key exports include dairy, wine, meat, fruit, and wool. Tourism and tech are booming, especially in Auckland and Christchurch. And don't overlook the film industry. With Peter Jackson's Weta Workshop, New Zealand became a Hollywood powerhouse, crafting the magic of The Lord of the Rings, Avatar, and King Kong. Startups thrive in digital tech, agriculture, aerospace, and AI. And Kiwi innovation goes way back. Richard Pearce may have flown before the Wright brothers. True story.
New Zealand's creative exports have taken over the world. Sir Peter Jackson, the mind behind The Lord of the Rings, made Middle-earth come to life on Kiwi soil. Lorde, the moody pop icon, rocked the world at 16. Flight of the Conchords brought dry Kiwi wit to HBO. Taika Waititi, Oscar-winning director, made Thor funny again. Sir Edmund Hillary was the first to summit Everest. Legend. Russell Crowe may have been born in NZ2, though Aussies argue over him. Kiri Tekanawa, world-renowned opera soprano. Even Brett McKenzie won an Oscar for The Muppets. Yes, really. This tiny island nation continues to redefine what it means to be globally influential without ever losing its quirky charm.
Planning a trip? Fly into Auckland, rent a camper van, and hit the road. Explore the Waitomo Glowworm Caves, walk the Tongariro Alpine Crossing, soak in Rotorua's hot springs, and take a selfie at Hobbiton. Down south, cruise Milford Sound, hike Mount Cook, and drink world-class wine in central Otago. Queenstown will tempt you with skydiving, bungee, and all things adrenaline. Even small-town New Zealand has magic. Wild beaches, friendly locals, and starry skies so clear they'll stop you in your tracks.
From fjords to film sets, Māori legends to moonlit coastlines, New Zealand isn't just a destination, it's an experience. It's a place where kindness is currency, where cultures coexist, and where even the rivers are given rights. So whether you're here for nature, nerdiness, or new beginnings, New Zealand has something for you. Ngā mihi nui, thank you so much for joining us on this journey. If you enjoyed this trip through Aotearoa, please like, subscribe, and share. Comment below. Have you visited? Dreamed of it? Or maybe just want to see more videos like this? Until next time, ka kite anō. See you again soon.
Thanks for watching. Stay curious.